Hi guys, welcome back. If you're back, welcome. If you're new, if you are new, take a second to read the description box. It'll probably answer any questions that you have. If not, feel free to ask. If you're returning, thank you so much for your continued support. And yeah, energy exchange, it means the world to me. More than I can express. I feel sometimes that I don't express my emotions as deeply as I feel them. I don't really have a reason for that, but I want everyone to know how grateful I am, even if I don't always say it or express it in the most loving way. I am eternally grateful for everything that I've ever received from any and all of you, so thank you if you're returning. If you're new, I am the K in K.albus. I am just a channel, a conduit, if you will, for spirit to get messages to you, through me, essentially. So yeah, that is what I am going to do. I'm going to tap into an energy, focus specifically on Cancer energy. I feel like the water collective, for some reason, is going through a lot right now. Not that the other elements aren't, everyone is, but mostly fire and water at this point. We are in a fire season. I'm pretty sure the moon is. Earth for the sun. We just came out of a new moon energy. That was very intense. I don't know if it was intense for everyone. It was very intense for me. So it's been a long few weeks, days of cleansing and purging and in all of the senses. Even, yes. See, I've shuffled like 6 times these cards today. This is the first time I've done it while recording, and play has come out every single time. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to leave it there. But it says, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So that is what we're going to focus on today, because that is what we are being called to focus on today. I'm going to read it for you guys so we can dive a little bit deeper. I mean, it's pretty straightforward though. It's just have fun, enjoy yourself, do things that light you up and inspire you, and go places that make you feel good and make you want to play. Be around people who make you want to play. Let's see, 76. I'm also being called to say you do still have people that love you. There are still people around you that adore you and want to be around you and find you inspiring and fun and playful and all of the things, and insightful and wise, just care, all of the things that you want to be to people. There are still loads of people that in your life that are that for you. Alright, stop taking life so seriously. Your spirit needs to have some fun. The more you play, the more inspiration will follow. Take some time out to do something without being attached to the outcome. You are being called to rest and play and learn to have more fun. Do something that makes you laugh. The best medicine around. Call up a friend that you can be silly with. Take your inner child on a date. The more you switch off your mind, the more room your spirit has to whisper and guide. When you do things without being attached to the outcome, ideas, clarity, guidance, and solutions have the space to drop in. The left and right hemispheres of the brain can begin talking to each other. Make play a compulsory part of your day. Schedule it. Spend more time doing things just because you love to do them, just because they bring you joy and light you up. If you follow what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. For when you are lit up, you are in your spirit, and when you are in your spirit, you fall into flow with life. How do you play? What do you do to have fun? What lights you up? If you have been working hard lately, it's time to celebrate how far you've come, all that you've achieved. Don't rush on to the next thing. Take a moment to throw a party, go on vacation, or have some fun. Have more fun, play more, celebrate your achievements. So yeah, when I was shuffling and kind of getting ready to jump into this reading, I heard, what inspires you? And I asked myself that question several times and came up with an answer. So that's what I'm being called to relay to you. What inspires you? Dig deep into that. Do you have an answer for that? Is that something that just offhand comes to you, and do you interact with those things that inspire you every day? Hopefully the answer is yes. Alright, I'm going to pull a few cards. I don't know what's going to come out or what even, I'm not going to do a specific layout. I have been doing like a star, horseshoe, weekly, monthly, whatever spreads. But I used to read more freestyle and not so structured, so I'm going to go back to that because I feel like it flowed better for me. I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work, then I won't post this. If it does work, then we'll roll with that, because I'm still trying to find what works for me on this platform in this situation, because it is new to me and I'm still not super comfortable with it. So, Ace of Wands is the first card out. The card of inspiration, the card of being lit up, card of finding your spark, that inner drive, that passion. It's a good idea that turns into a great idea, if that makes sense, or a great idea just out of the gate. It's literally the card of inspiration and new beginnings. So that's kind of cool for asking the question, what inspires you? Explore that. Figure out what inspires you, and if you haven't experienced anything inspiring in your life so far, put yourself in situations where you play more, so you can encounter more fun and more inspiration and more lightheartedness and more inspiring people. Maybe that's the thing you're being called to do. Let go of the people who you've noticed recently are falling away, whether it's family, perceived family, spouses, partners, whatever it is that was significant to you could be shifting and coming away, so new can start. New inspiration and new beginnings. So detach yourself as much as you possibly can right now. And like this card said, detach yourself from outcomes even. Don't do things to get to an end point. I know this is hard for you guys, because it's really hard for me. Because in the forefront of everything that I do is stability, security, and all roads lead to $26 million for me. So that's what I keep in the forefront of my mind when I make decisions and when I do things. But I need to learn personally to detach from money, essentially, and the outcome of it being money. So just have more fun to have more fun. And when you are inspired, and when you're acting in inspired ways and not just taking action to take action to make money, you'll have... Whoa. That scared the bejesus out of me. Sorry, a truck honked. I don't know if you guys heard that because I was talking, but a truck honked. And it scared the living daylights out of me. Alright, and then we got the Mother of Wands. This is like the very first wand, and she is the very last in the feminine. There's a King of Wands afterwards, but he's the masculine. This is the feminine energy of the ultimate fire, ultimate as my son says, fire energy. She's protective, she's nurturing, she's gorgeous. She's typically a woman that has dark hair. Flawless, essentially. A very vibrant, loving, warm, because it's fire. There's lots of fire in this already, and I'm talking about inspiration. She is one of the most inspiring women. Is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They are incredibly inspiring in their spirit and their drive and their charisma. And the Emperor, this could be your divine counterpart, but this is also you. This is you stepping into your divine balance, essentially. Not balance even, it's polarity. It's about having how magnets have poles and they attract to each other. It's about that pole, that polarity that everybody needs to have, negative and positive. Feminine energy is the dark, it's the negative, it's the mystique, it's the more passive, receptive, and the masculine is the action, it's the drive, the force. But that is not to say it's a positive pole. That's not to say that feminine energy is negative or dark in any way, as in like lower vibrational. Don't let anyone put those labels or attachments to vibrations like that to you. Yeah, because everything is polarity. It is all about negative and positive. So yes, there are times when we are going to be the more receptive, the more passive, the more feminine. And when I say passive, I don't mean she's a pushover by any means, especially because this is fire. Have you ever met an Aries or a Leo or a Sagittarius? There's nothing passive about them. Passive in the feminine. Just look up, if you don't know anything about masculine and feminine energy and the polarities of the two and how we need to harness both within ourselves to master anything in this lifetime. It's what it's all about, is finding our whole self within ourself, going within and not without, because you're never going to find this outside of you. You can come in contact with a divine counterpart in the physical realm. That's what a lot of us came to Earth to do, to co-create with others, to co-create with Source through others. So that's what, when we speak to partnerships, that's what those are. But anything, unconditional love, comes from within. You can't look for that outside of yourself. But so far we have really, really powerful cards for entrepreneurship and drive. And if you're feeling a little bit stuck or uninspired, do some work with your sacral chakra. Open it up. Your creativity, your sexual energy even. And the High Priestess. And the Moon. Holy shit. Okay, so this is very, very intuitive. This is Cancer we're talking about. Obviously, you guys, this is your card. This is also a card of Pisces. I see this as Pisces as well. Aries. There's lots of Aries and Pisces and Cancer here. Those could be your dominant. I know that sounds silly because those just happen to be my dominant signs, but it's what I am seeing. There's heavy, heavy crescent. This looks like a waning gibbous moon to me. It's reoccurring here. Crystal balls could be. Sorry, I said balls really weird. It made me laugh. Could be significant to you at this time. Maybe you just acquired your first crystal ball. Maybe that's something that you want to do for a living. I know that sounds strange, but there could be a hidden mystic in you, something in you that wants to be more divine and more connected, and maybe even pursue this as a career. Getting this card in your reading, though, this is you already. You embody all of these things already. The moon energy, this mysterious. This is also a card of illusion. There could be a little bit of illusion surrounding you, delusion surrounding you right now, whether it's your own or others. You could be picking up on other people's delusion and it's kind of affecting you, yourself. I would say follow your intuition at this point and follow your inspiration, honestly. If you have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your chart, look where it's at. First of all, do your full natal chart, and then identify any fire and focus on that house, and also placement. Like if it's your north node, figure out and dive deep into that and tap into, or if it's your Venus, tap into that, Mercury, so on and so forth. But there's heavy Aries energy here that could speak to an Aries energy coming into your life and kind of converging with your energy to Build an empire. This is definitely all of your energy so far, though, if I'm being honest. And I am. Whether you know it or not, or feel it or not, you are incredibly powerful right now. Keep being yourself. Don't get timid. Don't get shy. Don't recluse. Another Pisces card. This is card of changing your perspective, suspending yourself in a way that you can easily get out of. Obviously, bats, they do this to sleep. Like they're not chained there. They're not stuck. They can literally let go and fly away and go eat whenever they want. This is a self-imposed change of perspective. This could also just be where you're most comfortable, is kind of an upside down. I spoke of delusion. Not that this is a deluded energy by any means, but you definitely could need to change your perspective. Get out of your realm of normalcy, if you will. Like this card spoke to going on vacation. You could have just chosen your vacation at work. So you're kind of planning the next steps and where you want to go and what you want to do and who you want to go with. But I do see travel coming up for you. As water signs, connecting with water is always very, very important to us. But now so more than ever, being close to water is going to be really important. So if I had any advice for you, I'm seeing lots of evergreens too. So this could be Colorado. Maybe you're planning a trip to Colorado, or you've been wanting to go to Colorado, or just an evergreen forest, sequoias. Those aren't evergreens, I don't think, but actually these aren't even evergreens, are they? This kind of looks like an oak tree. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Maybe you're going into the woods somewhere, but be as close to water as possible, even if that's just a creek in the woods and it's frozen and it's just like slushy. Just get as close to water as possible. You are very connected at this time, but it does feel like your sacral chakra is blocked a little bit. So maybe you need to purge an old relationship from your womb, literally. If you're a female, obviously, and have a womb. Sorry, not female, but if you have a womb and that is an area of your body that can be cleansed, I would urge you to do that in a safe manner, obviously. Yeah, this just speaks to, because there's hardly any color in these. It's kind of strange, because this is actually a very colorful deck. There's lots of rainbows in this deck, but we have orange and red significantly, and then black and white. There's a little bit of purple and blue in this, and then obviously in this oracle card, but in this spread here, it's very, very fire, very black and white. So it's kind of like it's clear what you need to do, where your abundance and where your vitality lies is in Aries energy. Honestly, it's independent, and it's kind of detaching and pulling back from your attachments. And I know that sounds kind of redundant and strange, but if you are a mom, and I'm going to guess that a large number of you are, a parent, this does not include your children, obviously. I am talking about being independent of anybody and everybody around you, so you can stand on your own 2 feet and rely on your own tuition and your own abilities and energies and talents to carry you through, so it can never be taken away from you. I know that that's a trigger and an insecurity for a lot of you guys, is instability. Get your own instability. Fight for your own instability and your own dreams. Don't work on anybody else's anymore. Obviously, if you still have a 9 to 5 or a 5 to 9 or whatever it is, to pay your bills and to keep your house. Yes, but keep going with your passions, whatever it is for you. Keep doing it on the weekends or whenever. All right, Seven of Swords came out. This is more deceptive. We came out with the moon. There could be a lot of deceit around you. This is secrets, more secrets and more kind of hiding, whether you are the one that's doing the hiding, keeping the secrets, or if it's someone around you. To me, this looks like an outside energy just because of kind of where it wanted to come out. So just watch out for that. Watch out for people trying to deceive you or pull the wool over your eyes or any of those type things. But because you have the High Priestess here, the moon, there's so much Pisces and Cancer energy here, and also Aries. It cuts through the bullshit. Like, there's no more of this deceptive telling secrets, thinking people can keep things from you, because there's something to be said about omission, whatever it is, a lie, I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say though, I hope. Omission is an act of betrayal, I don't know, it's essentially a lie. If you omit something and you're intentionally not answering questions or leaving parts of the story out or leaving details out of stories, it's deceit, let's be honest. So, use your intuition and your High Priestess-ness to skirt around all that bullshit, because it's unnecessary. You don't need it in your life anymore. This just popped into my head as well. This is another card of kind of illusions and deceit. God damn, guys. Are you doing this to yourself? Or is this... I mean, damn. Okay, sorry, I had a train of thought and it left. Alright, the Wheel of Fortune came out on top. So, let's call it good there. These 3 cards, there could be another Cancer around you. It could even be yourself, let's be honest. This is a card of self-interest. And this is a card of deception and secrets. This is a card of secrets. This is the card of illusions. This is the Cancer card as well, and Pisces. So you could be doing this to yourself. If that is the case, ask yourself why. What's happening to you that you feel like you can't see clearly or you can't process properly? What has triggered you and what has happened to you? Also, look at all the crescent moon energy, though. Can we just focus on that for a second? All this other bullshit aside. Do you see that? That's pretty fucking cool, though. So I would say the next, what is that, a waxing? Oh, they're facing different directions now. Tap into new moon energy is what I was going to say. Sorry, not new moon, any moon. Moon energy. Moon energy. Look up the meanings of the crescent moons and the waning and the waxing and when you should and shouldn't do. All of the moon spells, when to light candles, when to not, when to do rituals, when to not. I'm not going to go into all that today. And there's tons and tons and tons of video on YouTube about that already. Google it. If it's money that you're trying to manifest or inspiration, you can Google how to use new moon energy, how to use crescent moon, waxing moon, waning moon energy to do such and such, release such and such, bring in such and such. Okay, but we need to ask ourselves if this is being done to us, if we're doing this to ourselves. It could be, and it kind of feels like there are people around you like this. They say that you become the 7 people that you're around the most. There could be people in your life that you are around that are like this, and you're picking up on it because you're an empath, right? You pick up on other people's emotions and feelings, so you could kind of be taking on things that aren't yours. Tap into your sacral chakra and do some work there. Do some moon work. yes, your inspiration, and it's all right there. If you're not feeling it right now, if you're feeling a little bit delusioned and a little bit, um, yeah, just delusion, focus your energy here. Focus your energy on what you know to be true about yourself, what you know to be true about your life and your life path, the things that you know that you have chosen to do, to come here to do, the affirmations that you've already gotten. You don't need any more, right? You know what you came here to do. You know who you are. You just have to remember. Focus heavily, heavily, heavily on your sacral chakra the next few days. I'm going to leave it there because it's already at 25 minutes. I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.